I'm Jason Epperson. This is RV Miles, and it's time for the latest in RV and camping news. First up, an update on the devastation in Texas from flooding that has now officially killed over 130 people, with more than that still missing. I won't retell some of the absolutely horrifying stories I've read in the aftermath from RV park owners and campers. Suffice it to say, this incredibly swift flooding hit in the middle of the night and took a lot of people by surprise. I've had a few requests to verify certain GoFundMe pages related to helping victims since last week's episode. This is definitely a time to be cautious about that kind of stuff, and I certainly don't want to disparage GoFundMes. One saved my family in 2019, and it's an incredible tool for people that want to support each other. But what I can do is point you to the Community Foundation of the Texas Hill Country's Kerr County Flood Relief Fund. This is a registered public charity that will directly distribute funds to vetted local organizations providing rescue relief, recovery services, and flood assistance right there on the ground. And because it's a registered charity, you do get a tax receipt when you donate. And if you're particularly interested in assisting any of the affected campgrounds, the Texas Association of Campground Owners has established a GoFundMe for aid to the many RV parks that were damaged or destroyed during the flooding. I'll provide links to both in the description. Or you can do what many supporters of the North Carolina campgrounds did during last year's devastating flooding there by booking stays at your favorite campground for next year well in advance. There have been threats of more extreme flooding in Texas as well as elsewhere in the country. In fact, I've been getting notifications here at my campground in Charlottesville, Virginia about flash flooding risks. And back in my hometown of Davenport, Iowa, extreme rain flooded many downtown businesses and homes on Friday, thankfully with no loss of life. During that storm, an EF2 tornado struck our local Camping World dealership, turning several trailers on their side and skidding others across the lot. The dealership says about 20 RVs are totaled. Others will be auctioned off or repaired on site. That tornado was on a direct path to my house. Abby and my two younger kids are back there while I'm out here on the road with my oldest. Thankfully, it fizzled out before it made it anywhere near them. But I was watching the local news on YouTube with them on the phone, seeing the thing actually form on the news station's tower-mounted cameras live. So thankfully, we're all safe. There have been very few reports of injuries in town. And I'm thankful to the many of you who thought of us and asked us if everything is okay. But gosh, local weather stations, pay attention to them. Most of them do post breaking weather alerts, whether you have like a YouTube TV subscription or not. I was able to watch their entire weather coverage here in Virginia, and it was fantastic. And it was really comforting and helped keep our family safe. So shout out to KWQC TV6 for taking care of our region. And those aren't the only disasters affecting RVing. A wildfire on the north rim of Grand Canyon National Park has completely destroyed the Grand Canyon Lodge and numerous historic cabins in the developed area. Preliminary assessments indicate that between 50 and 80 structures have been lost, including Park Service administrative buildings and visitor facilities. No injuries or loss of life have been reported. So this is the north side of the Grand Canyon. It's not the most popular side where most people visit. We're heading along I-40. That's the south side. The north side is less visited, but it's still gorgeous. And this news about the Grand Canyon Lodge and some of the other structures is really, really heartbreaking. Meanwhile, a fire burning in the Black Canyon of the Gunnison National Park has expanded to more than 3,500 acres and remains 0% contained. The park is entirely closed, and evacuation orders have been issued in certain places in the broader western slope area of Colorado, where there are several fires burning right now. Black Canyon's South Rim fire was sparked by lightning and first reported on Thursday morning. No injuries have been reported and no structures have been lost. I'll have more detailed updates on both of those situations on tomorrow's news episode over on our Parkography channel, which is where I do most of our national parks and public lands news now. More in a moment, but first, this episode is sponsored by our friends over at rvmattress.com by Brooklyn Bedding, great supporters of what we do here on the channel. rvmattress.com is a portal where you can get mattresses from Brooklyn Bedding in all different sizes, weird, odd sizes that fit a lot of the different RV platforms that manufacturers put in these things: the Short King, the Short Queen, the Camper King, different bunk sizes, different thicknesses, and more. They're toxin-free. They're made in their factory in Arizona, vacuum sealed, shipped to you in a box wherever you are. You can get them in a campground if you so desire, and they are great mattresses. They have a 120-night sleep trial to make sure you're satisfied, but you will be satisfied. We've had them in our last 3 RVs. We have them in our home as well. They're great mattresses because they're real mattresses. It's not just a cheap vacuum-packed memory foam. If you head on over to rvmattress.com/RVmiles, you get 30% off, the best deal they ever offer, 30% off with the code RVmiles at rvmattress.com/RVmiles with code RVmiles at checkout. Those fires at Grand Canyon and Black Canyon were both caused by lightning, but did you know that around 85% of wildfires are human-caused? And some disproportionate number of those human-caused fires are caused by RVers and campers. And human-caused fires often burn worse than nature-caused fires because they don't happen often in the rainy season. When lightning causes a fire, usually there's rain around it. When humans cause a wildfire during a drought, it can often rage and rage and rage. And when I say RVers and campers often cause wildfires, you might be thinking about the obvious: campfires that get out of control and spread, or that are left burning. But did you know that our vehicles commonly cause wildfires? From hot exhaust up against dry brush and stuck trailer brakes, often RVers inadvertently start wildfires in dry areas. And one of the most common ways we do it is through trailer safety chains, dragging on the pavement, causing sparks. The Monarch fire earlier this month in southern Arizona was caused by dragging trailer chains. An Arizona woman has invented a low-tech way of stopping trailer chains from sparking against the pavement, or at least preventing it somewhat. Retired school teacher Lynn Preble has started what she's calling Operation Spark Arrest after searching for a way to cover chains quickly and cheaply to durably insulate them from the ground. Her solution? Recycled fire hoses. It only takes a few minutes to remove your chains or hooks, slip some fire hose sheathing over them, and reattach it. Operation Spark Assist is partnering with local organizations to distribute segments of fire hose throughout the Arizona foothills. They're in a bucket at businesses. You just go pick them up. Those buckets of free fire hose sheaths are being sent to businesses around the state, and I hope RV dealers pick up on this. And it would be nice if the towing industry would come up with a pre-installed solution that helps minimize spark. To find out more about Operation Spark Arrest, visit their Facebook page. I'll link to it in the description. Visitors to Rocky Mountain National Park were surprised last week to find the largest campground at the park reopened after renovations that took much longer than expected. The campground closed in 2023 for renovations and had not seen any significant upgrades since it opened in the 1960s. The park's been upgraded with more electrical hookups, bringing the total number of sites with electricity to 49 out of the 244 total sites. The project also rebuilt the fresh and wastewater systems and the overall electrical system that's now all beneath the ground. But if you're planning on running to book a site, don't get too excited. This was a soft opening, only through July 22nd. The park was open for less than 2 weeks to ensure everything works properly, and a full opening will be announced later. Several truck recalls to report on this week. General Motors is recalling over 62,000 trucks due to an issue with brake pressure that can cause fires. According to a memo sent to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, or NHTSA, the impacted vehicles included the 2019 to 2024 Silverado 4500, 5500, and 6500 chassis. And you might think not a lot of RV owners have those, but that's going to be a lot of Super C motorhomes. The brake pressure sensor assembly may leak brake fluid onto the brake pressure switch and cause a short circuit, General Motors said. The memo also acknowledged that an electrical short in the brake pressure switch can overheat the circuit and increase the risk of a fire while driving or parked. Dealers will replace the brake pressure switch wire harnesses on customers' trucks free of charge. This comes after GM recalled nearly 600,000 of its full-size U.S. trucks and SUVs over V8 gas engine failures caused by manufacturing defects in the connecting rod and/or crankshaft. That one happened back in May, but I think I missed reporting on it, so I wanted to share it here. Ford is recalling a wide range of vehicles for a fuel pump defect. 850,000 vehicles are being recalled for low-pressure fuel pumps that have a risk of failing. Fuel pump failure can cause the engine to stall while driving and increase the risk of a crash. 10% of these products are estimated to be defective. When it comes to recalls, some people think that like 5 to 10% was a really small number. I think that's an absolutely huge number. Among some other vehicles, this includes 21 to 23 Ford Super Duty trucks, 21 to 22 F-150 trucks, as well as Navigators, Aviators, Explorers, Expeditions, Broncos, and Mustangs in those years, all with gas engines. Ford plans to notify owners of the affected vehicles starting today, but a remedy to repair the vehicles is still under development. And we might as well throw Ram into the mix. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration is investigating whether approximately 1.2 million Ram trucks are prone to rolling away on their own due to transmission failure. NHTSA announced July 7th that it opened a recall query over concerns related to the brake transmission shift interlock, a safety feature that prevents the vehicle from shifting unless it's running or you've put your foot on the brake. Affected trucks include 1,500, 2,500, 3,500, 4,500, and 5,500 Rams from model years 2013 to 2018, equipped with a column shifter. This is the third time that NHTSA has investigated this group of Ram trucks for rollaway issues related to the same problem. In 2017, 1.4 million Ram trucks were recalled from 2009 to 2017 model years when it was discovered the trucks could be shifted out of park and into gear without pressing the brake or putting the key into the ignition. A year later, Ram recalled 180,000 more trucks for the same issue, and the problem was supposed to be remedied following the 2017 and 2018 recalls. But NHTSA's new investigation shows that the agency's now received 14 new vehicle owner complaints and 6 death and injury reports from vehicles that had all previously been repaired under the first 2 recalls. NHTSA will review the effectiveness of the previous recall remedies and address them further if needed. That's all for this week's RV and camping news. Hey, please consider coming to our homecoming rally. It's coming up real soon at the end of September. It's our end of the summer camping season sort of celebration, right smack dab in the middle of the country in Amana, Iowa. It's right along I-80, really easy access if you're heading either direction. And we just have a really fun time with group meals, games, seminars, lots and lots of giveaway prizes and more. We hope to see you there. All the information's at the link in the description. Thanks so much for being here, everybody. If you got something out of this video, hit the like button. If you want more like it, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye, everybody.